What's up, family? How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a beautiful day so far. I'm having a wonderful day, girl. I'm out here under the tree getting this shade. I gotta fix my cowrie shell. Wah. I ain't even put no earrings on. I said, let me come out here and talk about this goddamn fune. I don't know. I ain't even want to talk about the shit, to be honest with you. Like, I don't jump on everything. Y'all see my nails? Shout out to Poochie Paws. Y'all see that shit? Get into these nails right now, okay? On some classy shit. My girl, my black nail tech, Miss Michelle, shout out to her. And shout out to all my womb sisters that are coming to the Black Owned Beauty Micro Retreat, October the 20th and 21st. I cannot wait. We are going to be breaking bread with our people, which is such a spiritual experience. And day 2, you're going to be able to heal that trauma. Start the renewal process with Chief Montana. What does it look like to press the reset button on your sexual past? Like that type of shit. And I'm like, that's what my mind has been, honestly, like on solutions. Like that's what I like to see. And I couldn't be more excited about what my sisters got going on. But did y'all see this film? Because I'm sitting up here thinking about solutions. And then I have to switch back into nonsense, you know. And I had started watching Greenleaf, actually. I started watching Greenleaf on Netflix. I was like, okay, I just want to see what's up with it, whatever. See some black people, the actresses and actors, the cast is very good. Everybody's really good. You know, if you just want to see some black people act and do their thing. But, you know, it's based in the church backdrop, and all the corruption in the church, honey. I'm talking about from the brother, the uncle molesting the daughters, and the daughters. Oh, Lord, it's like all of that shit. And I said, Lord have mercy. And here I have to watch Aretha funeral. And they don't understand the past that Aretha had. You know, she was a mom at 14. And, you know, word on the street, and I think it's true. And it is true, probably. She was raped and molested by her father. And so her first child was was by her father. That's real shit. You know what I mean? Aretha lived a very amazing life. She went through a lot of shit. You know, a lot of stuff that you saw at that funeral, a lot of people missed a lot of stuff. It's a lot of symbolic shit, you know, of the people involved. But Aretha herself, and to know what she went through, that trauma in her, can you imagine having a baby by your dad? And I just appreciate the fact that she had some way to channel that type of pain. But it makes me think about the dysfunction and her father, you know, Reverend C.L. Franklin. These fucked up pastors and shit like that. And we watching the fume and all of that. But are we really paying attention to that dysfunction? That's that old shit. And I still be wondering sometimes, like, how can people even still go to church when the church is notorious for covering the most dysfunction ever? Everybody at some point, somebody has a story about something that went wrong at church. Some man coming at you wrong. I had deacons come at me wrong. My mom went through that with her pastor when she was growing up. Her husband went off to the Vietnam War, and what the pastor would do, all the women's husbands that went off to war, he would tell them to come into the pastor's office after hours, and he would finger them, telling them that he was keeping them chaste for their husband. I'm talking about fuck shit like this. And so when I have to watch Aretha's funeral and just pretty much look at all the motherfucking pedophiles, from Bill Clinton, pedophiles and hoes on stage. I got to see all the pedophiles and hoes on stage, which is what all these bishops represent. I know exactly who these people are. Ariana Grande gets up there, and the goddamn bishop gropes her ass. That damn shit, well, I would say, they better look at this shit. That's how these people are. That's what you really got going on in the church. And I'm amazed that, first of all, I'm happy that the truth is coming out. We're starting to see the fuck shit. But it's amazing, though, when we start talking about cleaning up black society, and if I was going to clean it up or know who to separate from, you could just start at the mega churches. You could just start there, because they represent people that are completely asleep. And we're not going to even get started on that fucking coon-ass Pastor Jasper Williams out of Atlanta. I keep telling you, coons are dangerous. The shit he talking about, all you got to do is put a song and a dance, and say it to a rhyme for Negroes, and you lull them right to sleep. What he said is the main reason that black on black crime talk. We can't respect y'all older generation. Y'all on that kumbaya shit. I got so many older women following me right now, supporting me, so sweet, but y'all so sleep. So sweet, but so sleep. Oh, kumbaya, R.I.P. What about black on black crime? And all they need is an organ behind some fucked up words. And he going on and on. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I don't even like to watch shit like this. Now, I say to you, why y'all still going? Why y'all still going to churches like this, though? It's the same doctrine. Your pastor just didn't say it in public. He feels the same way. They all being held by the balls by white zaddy. They're not talking about busing back. They're not calling these police officers that murder our children race soldiers, which is what they really are. That's not what they're talking about. So, people, I feel sorry. I do. Those of y'all that's still on the fence battling whether I should go to church or not, y'all are so late. Socially, you're behind. Way off code. And people be like, well, church is a place, like I see it as a place to come together with like-minded people. Let me tell you something. Y'all ain't even coming together. Stop with that lie. Everybody know when you at church, y'all be ready to get the fuck out of there. Y'all don't fuck with each other outside of church. Y'all don't do business with each other outside of church. You don't have a real social village of your church folks, do you? Do you have a village, a community of people that you breaking bread with, people that got your back, and you can say but you're saying that's why you going to be with a like-minded people. You're just there. It's just autopilot. You're not getting anything from it. Once you finish the theatrics and go up on that roller coaster ride that they take you on, it's just like a car dealership. Once you get there, it's a strategy. They take your keys, they make you wait. Once you get to church, it's a strategy. You enter in with song. Your emotions get to go up. They take you on a journey, a climax. And then they ask you for the sale. Then they do the close, the call to worship. It's a full fucking scam. So when I'm looking at Aretha's funeral, I'm like, what are we learning from this? They all look sick, decrepit, and you don't know who these men are. You damn right. Everybody wearing a mask at church. Some of the most sickest, psychologically imbalanced people still go to church. Some of the most sick, psychologically imbalanced people worship things that aren't real. Sick and psychologically imbalanced people do not fight back. You fit the profile of people that are mentally ill. What are you doing going there? I had a girl that wanted to help me find her match, and the brother I had in mind was all the way woke. And she was still like on the fence with church, knowing it ain't shit. She got schizophrenia herself and on meds. This is how we got fucked up by this shit. I'm serious. The church has fucked a lot of us up. This ain't being church hurt either. That's not what this is. We're just awakened to the bullshit. This ain't nothing about being church hurt. Church people are so lame. They so delusional. They don't want to just get this work and realize that we actually know who Caesar Borgia is. No, that ain't nothing about being church hurt. These are facts. All they have is emotionalism. Emotionalism. You church hurt. Oh, it's just you got to find the right one. No. I actually have the facts now. Jesus doesn't exist. He never did. He never did. And it was their job to make you Christianized within 8 days of bringing you here as a slave. And it was illegal for a slave not to be Christianized within 8 days. Why? Because they had to make sure they got that mind. You had to be cut from your source of power, which was your African spiritual systems. It wasn't that docile, Lord, Lord, woe is me, I'm a sinner. That's not the doctrine. You're a God. You can wield the forces of nature. And they had to take that from you. So when people still subscribe to that ideology, they're telling me that they're still mentally ill. That's all. You don't go to church to be around like-minded people. You're going to church because you're programmed to, and you're on autopilot, and you don't know any better. You always choose your oppressor. Always. If you go to church and letting some man talk to you and you know, abuse you, tell you you ain't shit, which is your Jesus, that you just a sinner, and then you go out here and you feel the same way about these damn white cops killing your children because you've been taught to forgive. The white man is your God. You won't dare speak against him. This fucking coon talking about when they kill one of us, but we kill hundreds of us. What about black on black crime? Child. That's why we not fucking with you, John Lewis people. Throwing the young generation under the bus. Because you're not awake. And then the ones that are awake, bless y'all old ass lady hearts. All y'all do, y'all done just found the internet last week. And all you doing is sharing articles and trauma porn, just getting worried. That's not being a revolutionary, sis. That's not what we asking you to do with the information. You're not a revolutionary still. You just one of those whiny, panicking old ladies with no solution. So stop sharing shit to my inbox just for the sake of saying, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? What are you doing about that? That's all these old people know how to do with Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And that's how we pick that dumb shit up. This man all but groped her. These pastors are some of the most twisted people. Any black person still going to church is just saying that they haven't made a decision, that they know the truth is. You just don't know water's wet yet. These people have, like, what solutions, tangible solutions are you getting when you go? I mean, we already done broke that down on health. Y'all some of the sickest motherfuckers we've ever seen. Okay. So, okay, everybody got cancer. Everybody's single. All these little videos we seeing, even with that old crazy ass pastor, this little moist cinnamon roll dude boy in Atlanta with the blue contacts. You know, what you see in the audience, women. You don't see no heterosexual men going to that shit. It's a breeding ground for late, delayed, single women, broken men that's moist as fuck. And I always will tell you, if a man going to church shouting all that type of shit, he moist as fuck. Ain't no man that's about anything finna be laid out, shouting, rolling, engaging in emotionalism on any level. That y'all, and they told you to look for a man in the church. All I see is fat, sorry men that go. And when you ask them, just like that dude, John, whatever his name, that other fat coon that came out, John Gray, I think. Honey, he's such a coon. Such a coon. All you got is these moist black men with sexual trauma, sexual deviance, just littered throughout. Littered throughout this motherfucker. Everybody is off balance, honey. And y'all going? Y'all go to that shit? Who still go to church? Let me tell you something. Okay, so back to the tangible solutions that you don't get. So you ain't learning how to take care of your body because you know everybody's sick. And you definitely not learning how to make no money unless pastor got y'all up in some damn scam and you got to pay into it or blah, blah, blah. And y'all got some network marketing shit you got going on or whatever. But y'all ain't breaking no bread. All them $420 billion worth of tithes, and not one black Wall Street has been built out of your tithes and offerings. I mean, I used to go to a church and they had something called emergency member services, right? Now, my little dumb ass, I'm in high school. Now, my mom, she fall on hard times, and I'm like, oh, we got emergency member services. I'm going to go in there. When I tell you I got more runaround than the goddamn Red Cross. Y'all, okay, I know a lot of y'all been rich all your life and all that shit, but when you really going through and you need some shit, you like, oh, I can go to my church. Yeah. And my mom, she used to drop me off at church, okay? Pete, my mom already knew what time it was. She told me, she said, and I used to sing the church's praises. Oh, I love my church. Mama, you should come, you should come. And my mom would be like, okay. And she always, and thank you, Mama, for allowing me to just do things, even though you knew I needed that experience. I needed to. But she said, anytime you find the perfect church, whenever you find the perfect church, run. That's why I just realized what the fuck she meant in my 20s. Okay? And it's like, I said, oh my goodness. These people gave me so much runaround. They were so elitist at this church I was going to. Fuck you, God and Light Church. Y'all taught me that, and I won a scholarship. This was something that really showed me how fucked up and twisted and boule and secret society and shit black churches are. It ain't no real code for helping people. I won a scholarship in the pastor's dad's honor. It was the JLO scholarship. And I'm thinking I'm about to be recognized by the church and this jazz scholarship I won and da-da-da. But see, I ain't come from no rich family. I didn't have that family. My mom didn't go to church. I was like that outcast. I wasn't that girl. They didn't want to fuck with me like that at that church. And I was too stupid to see it. And they totally looked right over me. I was really wanting them to put me on. I want to do stuff. I want to play music. No. They lifted up these other two little ugly girls whose mom and dad was on the trustee board and this and that rich little black family. And, you know, they some fucked up people in church. They do shit like that. And it hurt me so bad. I cried my little eyes out. I was like, I knew my church. I just got a scholarship. Oh, did they know it's for his father? They gonna recognize me. No. No. Bunch of fucked up people. The deacon at that church. I was working at Applebee's. I don't give a fuck about churches. I feel like anytime an expose happens, bring those motherfuckers down. And I'm trying not to say this fucking deacon name. But deacon, I know you was trying to fuck me. I was too stupid. I was 15. I was going to Applebee's, going to work at Central Plaza Mall. That was my first little job. And he pulled up in his truck. I said, oh, hey, Deacon H. He was like, oh, come get in the truck. I said, oh, no, I got to go to work. Girl, I swear to God, it was somebody the damn color purple. Y'all remember when Mr. walked up to her? He was like, hello, how are you? That shit. The nigga had flowers coming out his hat. He was like, oh, come on. Oh, it's okay. We're just going on a ride. I'm like, no, I got to go to work. You remember how Nettie said, I got to go to school. I got to go to school. I was like, I got to go to work. Oh, just come in. We're just going to take a ride. I'm like, you married. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I really didn't. And I'm only 15, 16. And this old ass man looked like that Jesse Jackson kind of look. That little mixed looking motherfucker look. You know, just a horn dog. Sweet and just real flirtatious with everybody. That type of man. He was that dude. And we still got these dudes. And we going up in their faces. And that's what I'm saying. Old habits that hard. Y'all still are in these fuckers' faces. Letting them molest your children. Letting them have these secret sex orgies at the conventions. If you go to a Kojic church, you already know. All they doing is just fucking each other all day long. From the organist to the bishops. Honey, they getting their damn nails and toes done. They French tips look better than yours, sis. Talking about they men of God and got on hats and they got roller wraps and shit. Girl, they fucking twist out looks better than yours, sis. Talking about Kojic. Girl. And y'all still going. Ministers with spray on hairlines. That's what I told you. That's the red flag. Eddie Long couldn't have got me. I would have known off that process. Off rip. Nope. Any black man doing all that shit to his hair? That's off code. You processing that shit? He wouldn't have had me. Any black man with a goddamn perm in his head. He ain't right. He ain't right. And I can say the same for sisters. That means you a little slow too. But again, you know, y'all probably go to church and get your little Bantu perm still. Still doing dumb shit that don't work. But you see that all the way around. They still taking birth control. They still going to the Woman Thou Art Loose seminars that don't give them any freedom. You talking about woman thou art loose, your ass in bondage. Still. Juanita Bynum, I love her, but honey, that's why we not fucking with that old generation no more. You done told us no more sheets, how to get a husband, how the prophetess can't see that she done married a gay man. How the prophetess can't see. Now, I know we fucked up. Y'all need to stop going up in there. These people are putting and serving you and your children up on a platter to these white supremacists with that type of rhetoric. It's dangerous. If they not on some pan-African shit, on some pro-black liberation shit, and you giving your money to them, you are willingly a participant in white supremacy. Period. I couldn't even hook that girl up with that awakened brother because I'm like, you still battling whether you should go to church or not. Honey, this ain't for you. And she's still fucked up mentally to this day. Still. People that's still on the fence about, should I just wanted to go because my mom, y'all late. You still going because your mom, you don't want to cause an argument. Oh, God. How old are you? How old are you? You can't live your life. That's why you're sick. You can't really be yourself. You're around the most sickest group of people, and you reading a book of lies, the Bible. You reading a book of lies, and you can't even just take the allegory from the shit, peep the shit for what it is as mythology. I respect it as a book of mythology. It's myths. It's parables. If you in there not knowing you being hustled at this point, you don't know who Caesar Borgia is. You don't know how to navigate in a system of white supremacy. You still hollering about why they killing us. And this fool talking about some, his response to racism is black people need to get closer to God. Ooh, if that ain't a scary ass Negro with no solutions, that's completely submitted to white daddy. Get closer to God. And you got millions of you black people subscribing to that. So when you talking about looking for mates, cut out the church folks. They still hiding behind their trauma. Everybody fat, the women fat. Look at Aretha, she never got her body back. People that's been traumatized and abused, they will abuse drugs, they will be sexually promiscuous, the whole nine. And 90% of black people's backdrop and background comes from the black church. So you put two and two together. My mom was sexually abused in the church by reverends. Hell, my daddy, he was a fucking drunk because he mistakenly decapitated a girl when he was 15. Him and his friend were driving drunk. And they got in a car accident. And the girl, they saw her head decapitated. So he had a drinking problem after that. And he went to a halfway house. And as that halfway house took him in, they, referred him to a church, like they do. And he kind of became that deacon in the church. Could dress good, dance good, but my mom didn't know he was broken. They pushed him on her. She was caught up in his rapture, and she didn't know. She didn't know. She was dealing with a raving alcoholic, a man that was broken. She had no idea. But because the church made it okay, this is where we're supposed to go. People supposed to have our best interests. They got married in the pastor's office. But these same pastors and people are pushing fucking your prey. They pushing predators on your path, protecting them, not saying what's really going on. And we don't have no type of intuition or no game because we still got that old ideology. My mom don't have game to this day. It makes you blind when you have been on that Christian church shit for so long. It takes away your game and it takes away your common sense. It really does. It takes away your common sense, and it takes away your critical thinking. You're not thinking, why is this man doing this? But he's saying he a man of God and he quoting the scriptures. So that's got you real blind. That's all they got to do. That's all they have to do. For most of y'all, 30, 40, 50, 60, swear to God, y'all just as late because y'all don't see these same pedophiles, these twisted men, but they come in the name of God, and they the most corrupt people. And you got all these eating disorders, sexual dysfunctions. You haven't ever had an orgasm. It's a lot of women like this. It's a lot of women like this. My mom, I thank you, Mom. She was actually able to open up to me and tell me she didn't fucking get an orgasm until she was fucking in her 50s. I know. Because our association with sex, sexuality, we've come from trauma. You can live your whole life, have babies and everything, and have the wrong idea about intimacy and sex. A lot of ours has a very twisted and imbalanced origin. And as we talk about the African, a lot of our habits that are deeply ingrained, that Greek shit, and that's why pastors, they take precedence after the fucking Roman church, and we know they fucking all the kids. So if that's your leadership, the attitude reflects leadership. So the attitude of all the churches that were created from the Roman Catholic Church, from that framework, Christianity, we got pastors acting the same way as these fucked up pedophile priests. Do you see the connection? But y'all still going up in there. Honey, we done did the worst shit at a damn Christian lock-in. People done got molested by they Sunday school teachers. And they done got so damn bold with it. He don't even know he groping the girl. The finger's so loose. Just so loose. You don't know what to do with your eyes, your body language. Just all I saw was a bunch of dead, sorry Negroes on that stage. And then the other plantation mammies, so happy to see Master Bill Clinton show up. They in the damn plantation jubilee, swinging their skirts. Woo! Yeah! Still don't understand the connection with the Clintons and mass incarceration. They have no idea that they not your friends, but y'all invite anybody to the barbecue, showing out, not understanding what you should be learning from that shit. This church, this woman went to the grave, never got her body back, was sick, and as far as I know, and God rest her soul, Mama, I know you didn't ever heal from that shit. Who could really, and thank God she had a way to transmute that pain. Who could heal from a reverend father fucking them and having a baby by their daddy, the reverend? This same doctrine. And that's why y'all so twisted and put up with the abuse. I have women putting up with abusive men in the name of God. Y'all saw that viral video going around about Lulu. She's on crack right now because her husband that was in the church got her involved with it. How many times we done heard that shit? How many times? Lulu, she was beautiful. Her husband, a deacon in the church, she said, I wouldn't even come outside without my nails done. And now she's a woman who she probably 90 pounds. Was a beautiful girl. Where did she get introduced to this? Her husband, that's the deacon in the church, she trusted it. She trusted it. And I said the church is the gateway drug to a lot of dysfunction. Oh, it is. It is. So let me get out of here, you guys. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm 5 subscribers away from 500. Woo! Feeling good. Feeling so good about that. But it's time for us to get out all of these secrets, these skeletons in our closet. Understand that we've all been affected by that black church and all that bullshit that we see. And I hope that in this climate with exposing pedophilia, and sexual abuse, that we can shine the light on the people that we so willingly put ourselves in front of every Sunday. After that type of charade, if you really know what time it is, you're not putting your money in no church no more. You're not. That's an old habit that needs to die. All of these old coons, that 50 plus generation of y'all, I'm not saying it's all of y'all, but a lot of y'all are asleep. And that's why we can't talk to you. And I advise people not to listen to you, because you failed. You failed in life. You're afraid, and you don't know how to navigate, and you don't have any solutions. Okay? So, thank you for subscribing. Santi, what you say, Stacy? She said, yes, some are too open and accepting, way too open and accepting. And that's why I respect the people, those people out there. I forget their the Senegal. It's not Senegal, but the people out there, they don't let anybody come. Nobody can come out there. You don't need to be so open and welcoming to the colonizers. They look killing people. Okay, so that's how we need to be. We don't need to be so open and accepting of people either. All right, I don't know why I forgot those people's names. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Those folks. And I just remembered the something. Y'all need to be up on this shit. Those people that don't let nobody fuck with them. They've been untouched for years. The something people. But anyway, I love you guys for watching. We got the Black-owned Beauty Micro Retreat October 20th and 21st for 10 women. I have a couple of slots left. And we're going to be doing spiritual work and healing and renewal of that trauma, because we got too much sexual trauma going on in our community that we're not talking about. And that's the main reason why we're not able to be who we've been sent here to be and accomplish our divine mission. And we've got a lot of crazy doctrine swirling around, and you need a place where you can cut through that and learn from real elders and stop being on your ego like, oh, I know that already. I got that already. And that's what keeps us back, because we getting the wrong doctrine. Oh, I know about that African spiritual stuff. I bought a candle and I burned some incense, and oh, I did that, and I'm in the group, the voodoo group, and you still have no power in your life. Okay, so I'll leave the link for the co-ed group and for the men. Chief Montana is allowing you guys access into the Warrior School. It's a full self-development program for Black men, and you guys are going to be really, really happy that you joined. I'm glad to see so many men that's lined up already. Thank you, brothers, for accepting the fact that you know you need transformation. We need to be able to overthrow the oppressor and not just talk about it, but be about it and be these warriors. And sisters, you better find you one too. And they ain't in the church. Ain't no warriors in the church, baby. So sorry to tell you. Have a wonderful day.